But here's the thing. In a recent study conducted by Zapier, 1 in 3 people surveyed admitted to having a side hustle or a side business to bring in extra income. So you're not alone. Hey, what's up you guys? I'm back with another helpful video for you all that's going to help you update, prepare, or refresh your resume or your LinkedIn profile for your upcoming job search. I am Tamika Thompson. I am the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. I specialize in transforming bland, lackluster resumes and LinkedIn profiles into powerful selling tools that help corporate mid-level, management, and executive professionals land interviews 2 times faster. For this video, I'm going to be giving you several tips on how you can list your side hustle or your side business on your resume. Now, as a full-time employee and a part-time business owner, I totally understand how nerve-wracking it can be to list your side hustle or your side business on your resume. What if they think that because I have a side hustle or a side business that I'm not going to be 100% dedicated to this role? What if they find my side hustle or my side business and its success intimidating? What if they're concerned about how my side hustle or how my side business is going to grow over time? And then lastly, what if they think that I'm just taking this job to build my business and then quit? Look, I totally get it. I completely understand. But here's the thing. In a recent study conducted by Zapier, 1 in 3 people surveyed admitted to having a side hustle or a side business to bring in extra income. So you're not alone. If you have a side hustle or a side business to bring in extra income, monetize your hobby, or give yourself a little bit of something extra to do on the weekends and in the evenings, here are several ways that you can list it on your resume. Number 1, do not list yourself as a president or a CEO, and here's why. Now, this is something that I see a lot of entrepreneurs do, a lot of small business owners do, and like solopreneurs, but it's actually a turnoff, and here's the reason why. So if you a bad mother, shut your mouth, and you running your own and you handling and you a boss and all of that, and you bringing in money and you making 6 figures, then like, why are you applying for a job though? CEO and president titles are coveted. So they tend to be reserved for leaders who are literally at the top of their companies. They're overseeing billions or millions of dollars in revenue. They're overseeing and leading all of these different departments and teams, and they're basically executing all of these different transformational strategies that's really going to propel the company forward. So I get it, you're a boss, but you don't necessarily have to list yourself as a CEO. On top of this can come off really braggy and kind of super cocky to recruiters. So instead of listing yourself as the CEO or the president of your side hustle or your side business, just give yourself a job title that's directly linked to what you actually do in your business. So let's say you started a cake decorating business. Instead of listing yourself as the president or the CEO of Decorating Cakes Incorporated, list yourself as the lead cake decorating person or the cake decorating manager. As a resume writer, on my resume, it doesn't say president or CEO of Thompson Resumes. It says resume writer / marketing manager, because that's more so directly related to what it is that I do. If you are a blogger or an influencer or a brand ambassador, you can also just say that. There's no need to give yourself this super inflated, super powerful, super cushy title just to put it on your resume. And as I just said, it can actually have the adverse effect. You may think that it'll make you stand out and it'll make you more employable, when it can actually do exactly the opposite. They may not even want to give you a call. In addition to that, it can also make it seem like you're not coachable and that you may not be able to work as part of a team. So be very careful when you're giving yourself a title when it comes to listing what you do on your resume with your side business. Don't say CEO, don't say president, just link your title to what you actually do. Here is an example. Number 2 is that you can talk about the reason why you started or launched your side hustle or your side business. Everybody loves a good story, and recruiters and hiring managers are no exception. They want a really good story. They want to hear it. So give it to them. Talk about the inspiration that was behind you starting your business. What was the reason that you started it? What do you love about what you do? What keeps you motivated? Spend about 1 to 2 sentences giving a brief overview of why you started your business and also the impact that your services or your products have had on your clients or your customers. You can also talk a little bit about how you started your business from the ground up and the steps you took to get it up and running or to get it to where it is today. Talking about these things shows leadership, perseverance, grit, and the fact that you can take initiative. And I don't know any recruiter or any hiring manager that do not want those qualities in somebody that they are looking for. However, you want to steer clear of listing how your side hustle or your side business has impacted your life personally. It may be great that you were able to pay off $80,000 in student loans. It may be great that you were able to pay off your house. It could be great that you were able to, stack six figures in your savings account. But again, if that's the case, then why are you looking to work here, right? So you want to make sure that you're focusing on the value and that you're giving them a little bit of backstory, but you're not getting too personal with telling them everything. Because again, you still need this job, right? Right. The next tip is to give an overview of what it is that you do. So just like you would a regular schmegular job description, you want to include a few bullet points that actually outline what it is that you do in your side hustle or your side business. Now, this should not be a breakdown of your day-to-day tasks or your daily to-do list. No, you want to focus on talking about or summarizing your business wins, successes, and your duties at a glance. So if you've grown your business or your side hustle to reach 6 figures over the past 7 years, you can list that as a win. If you've serviced over 700 clients in the past 7 years, you can say that too. Or if you have created or designed or developed over 500 products over the past 7 years, you can put that as well. If you manage an annual marketing budget of $15,000, you can say that. If you manage and hire a team of assistants, interns, or support staff, you can list that too. You can also talk about if you've received any awards or recognition in your business and if you have had any notable partnerships or collaborations. If you manage, reply back to, and handle 30 plus or 50 plus business inquiries or service requests per month, you can say that too. The goal here is to frame what you do in your side hustle or your side business as an added bonus to your experience and your skill set. Another tip is to touch on how you've grown or how you've expanded your side hustle or your side business. Growing a business takes hard work and a lot of perseverance. And I don't know any recruiter that is not going to want to see that on a resume. So if you've taken your business to great heights since you started, you can go ahead and talk about that and also briefly discuss the steps that you took to get your business to where it is now. Talk about how you built your website or you built your brand from the ground up. Talk about how you learned email marketing. Talk about how you learned how to create posts for social media. Talk about how you learned how to hire on staff members. Talk about how you maybe learned to manage a business budget. All of that is important. Give a snapshot of where your business was when you started it and where it is now and how you got there. Another tip is to talk about the skills that you've learned or that you've gained as a result of running your business or your side hustle. I know firsthand that running a business or a side hustle requires you to learn a number of things, from bookkeeping to technology to marketing to e-commerce and a bunch of other stuff. Feel free to list a few of the new skills that you've learned or that you've gained as a result of running your side hustle or your side business and talk about how you mastered them from the ground up. Maybe you took a master class, maybe you took a course, maybe you enrolled in a program. Go ahead and talk about that. Because after all, learning new skills is the best way to increase your earning potential over time. And a bonus tip is that you can also include these skills in the skills section of your resume right underneath your professional summary. The next tip is to focus on your time management responsibilities and your project management responsibilities. Time management, organization, and project management are essential for any role. I can honestly say I haven't come across too many jobs that do not have either of those three listed as a requirement. But as a side hustler or a part-time business owner, these are skills that you already have down packed. So on your resume, show recruiters and hiring managers how you manage all the different things that you have on your plate and all the different projects and operations that you may oversee. This can include the development of your website, the design and development of new products that you have, marketing assets that you may approve or create, and so much more. Include how many hours a week you work on your business to give them added assurance that you working for them full-time and you running your business part-time is not going to interfere with one another and that you can do both and you have it all under control. The next tip is to have it listed in your supplemental experience section, not your career history or your work history section. Don't include your side hustle or your side business in your career experience section or your work history section. And here's the reason why. So although it is experience, and yes, it does count, I'm not saying that it doesn't, but you want to have it in your supplemental experience section instead. So yes, it does count again, but it's not necessarily a job that you were hired to do. It's more so something that you started on your own, and it should complement your experience, but it shouldn't be lumped along with it. Because the last thing that you want is for your side hustle or your side business to either replace or take precedence over your actual career experience. And keep in mind that you shouldn't be listing your side hustle or your side business first on your resume, especially if you're still working full-time. If you don't have a supplemental experience section, go ahead and create one, and it should be after your work history experience section. The next tip is to put part-time in parentheses. To make it crystal clear that you work on your business part-time, you can go ahead and put part-time in parentheses next to the title that you give yourself. This makes it crystal clear that you are not doing this full-time and that you will not be working 2 full-time jobs, which can actually raise questions and red flags to recruiters and hiring managers. Here is how to do this on your resume. And the final tip is that you can include the name of your company or your business or your side hustle on your resume if you have one. Having an official business name along with an official business logo can make your side hustle or your business seem even more legit. For more brownie points, you can actually create a LinkedIn company page and link to it on your resume. And don't be shy about telling employers that you have an LLC or an incorporated or any other legal abbreviations that you have. You can go ahead and add that too. If you run a business or a side hustle, I hope that this video has provided you with some tips on how to properly list it on your resume. You don't have to hide it, you don't have to keep it a secret, but there is a way to do this. And I hope that this video has helped you with figuring out how to do so. If you are an entrepreneur or a side hustler or a business owner that needs help with your resume, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you. You can visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com. You can also send an email to me directly at hello@thompsonresumes.com. And last but not least, before I officially end this video, I want to encourage you to please subscribe to my Tamika's Career TE newsletter so that whenever I drop a new YouTube video, whenever I come out with a new blog post, whenever I'm going live on my Instagram feed, you are going to be the first to learn about it. Also, I do provide weekly career, resume, and LinkedIn tips and hints for you to stay on top of your career A game. I'll go ahead and drop the link below so that you can subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next week with another video. Bye, you guys.